hey, yo, hey, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, hey.
I don't know what's gonna be better than interaction video. As you can see, we got somewhere in time by Iron Maiden. We got 8 tracks, 51 minutes, and this will be the last Maiden album we do in terms of the journey. Obviously, I'm gonna put them on the polls and shit like that. You already know how that shit goes, but I'm gonna need y'all niggas' assistance, man. Love and appreciate y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to tell me the best Maiden live performance to watch. The best Maiden performance live to watch, and I'm gonna watch it with y'all on stream this weekend. Either Friday. Ooh, wait, no, I can't do Friday. I gotta go to my friend's show. It's his first show. You gotta be a W, man. Support your friends, whatever the fuck they doing. If I can't be live for it, just know it'll be up. It'll be up. It'll be up. I'm gonna get to it. If I can't go live for it, I'll let y'all niggas know. But yeah, so y'all let me know the best Maiden performance and whatever the most collective one is. Usually y'all, there's like some type of iconic performance. Y'all usually all say either one or two. So I'm gonna go from that. Obviously, I'm gonna still look at more just in my own time, or I might put some on the Patreon, etc. But yeah. We not playing around with that. I got to see a live performance. I'm low-key mad at myself that when we did like Pearl Jam, some type of polish and shit like that, like I didn't even do like the unplugged for them, which I need to do because I love both of them. But I listen to them literally religiously. They're in my fucking top 3. But which I will also, and I still haven't watched, which I might have to put that either on the channel or Patreon, whichever it may be. If it blocks it, you know it's going to be on the Patreon. So I might have to do those as well. But yeah, man, let me know nonetheless. I'm going to get done yapping. I've been enjoying this Maiden journey. We got, somewhere in time. In another universe, I was actually looking this shit out. This cover is fucking sick as fuck animated. anthems and shit back then. Nigga, I can already see you getting spammed, bro. I can already see it. That's how you start that bitch off, nigga. That's how you start that shit off. I really peeped last minute. I don't got my cuffs on. I feel naked. I'm fresh off the clock. So like, yeah. Hey, that nigga was talking on this song. A lot of people be living on their past shit, still not forgetting past mistakes, whatever, bro. Mistakes. Hey, look, sometimes you gotta just accept and appreciate you still here, you still alive. You know what I'm saying? You still got more in store for you. And I mean, obviously, I ain't gonna like just articulate everybody got the same religion, duh. But whatever you may believe, whatever, you got a plan for how your shit's supposed to play out, and there's more up from that. You still here. You got a purpose, man. You got to enjoy that shit. That ass. Not dwell on the past. I know too many people that be dwelling on the past and they be fucking them up. It be fucking them up in the present. You just got to understand, know what you got going on, appreciate it. Use your knowledge from the past shit to better yourself for your future self. And that's that. I know it's going to be mostly OGs watching this, so I don't know why I'm trying to talk to y'all like y'all already know this shit. But I'm just saying, I had to get my yap off because I was really feeling that. I was really feeling that shit. Regardless of me hip-hopping, not hip-hopping around and shit. But good message. Great message.
Somebody
was sex. I ain't gonna lie, that was sex. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen a few people say like, oh, like this is where Maiden falls off. Like they still sound repetitive, this and that, whoopty whoop. Now, granted, there are little similar songs, but I'm not really gonna hold that much to them. This, I'm not mainly talking about this shit either. I'm talking about just in general. But this is one of my favorite albums. If I ain't gonna lie, this is one of my favorite albums so far. Dead ass. It's one of my favorites so far. So I don't really see. I don't know. I feel like a lot of times when I start seeing that type of comments, it's like I could tell this is kind of like a forced opinion. I don't know if you're saying like everybody's entitled to their own shit, but like if you get what I'm saying, like when calling something mid or like certain like some like you know what I'm saying, like it's like trying to push a narrative of like a certain time frame of like a band's like discography or like where they were at. But it's like I don't see nothing wrong. I don't know. There definitely is like similar like obviously melodies or shit like that, like riffs and shit like that. But I don't know. Teach their own. That's why everybody's entitled to their own opinion and shit. But I don't know. I've been. This is actually one of my, definitely in my top 3. Definitely top 2. It's like my top 2. Hook, nigga. So you finish. That's how you finish that bitch off. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I'm assuming Adrian Smith is the lead singer. Niggas made a song about Deja Vu. Talk about nigga them anthems, man.
My son, ask for thyself another kingdom, for that which I leave is too small for thee.
Oh. Well, I'll be damn, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the reaction much as I did. That shit! It's tough. That shit was fucking tough. Started off like crack. Smooth sailed that bitch in the end. See, I like the balance of them because, like I said earlier, the anthems. The anthems. These niggas made a song about fucking Deja Vu. Just fucking cuz. But it's catchy. It sticks in your head. You know what I'm saying? I know all the OGs in this bitch was bopping they head off to that shit back then. Genuinely. Now, if I had a top 3 off this shit, I really couldn't tell you. Now, if I'm being completely honest, that first 4 in a row. Well, no, I did really like Stranger in a Strange Land. But that first 4 in a row, that first 3-4 tracks in a row, did it. That really did it for me. I did really like Stranger in a Strange Land, though. I did. And even the lowest of the long, I like the second. Or was it the second half? I don't know. It was pretty sure it was the ending half of Stranger in a Strange Land that I really liked. But I don't got nothing to say about the members. That's self-explanatory. But I can't just help but think, like, yo, that nigga's voice, bro, it really does sound like the Dream Theater nigga voice. Granted, these niggas are before Dream Theater, so probably got his inspo from them type of vocals from this nigga. But it just sounds so damn similar, bro. I just think of it every time, bro. I think of it every time. I can't help it. I really do. But nevertheless, it's definitely a top 2 album for me by them. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully, whatever live video y'all pick is lit as fuck. I hope. I really do hope. But love y'all niggas, man. RNO shit. You know the fuck we got going on. I got work in like 8 hours. So I'll catch you on the next vid.